as a mayor and as an MLA and briefly a cabinet minister, I was struggling with many problems. We'd have a lot of things going on that just were so intractable they seemed. And it came to me that this old saying of Winston Churchill, the further back you look, the farther forward you see. And really, you need to understand what moment you are in. And by just going back a few years, you can sort of see the trajectory of where you're going. And that would, for someone who's involved in policy and trying to change things, it's very helpful to know, are you actually going the direction that, society is moving anyways, or are you going in a different direction? And so anyways, it became clear to me that I needed to understand where I was in history. And that would be very helpful for me as a politician. So I was MLA. I just, retired from being mayor, or as my mother helpfully reminds me, I was thrown out of being a mayor. And so I really did need to have a better understanding. So I just started researching, and there's another saying that I think is so wise, is that the best way to learn is to teach. So if I could, create short videos, that it would be me, I'd have to collect a whole bunch of information. I'd have to understand it to be able to package it, and then just put what I was discovering. And I actually found that what I was learning was so wonderful, and I was so blessed to have an insight into our history. I thought, this is kind of a shame that other people don't know this stuff, and really I should do what I can to share this information. And so, because it really helped me understand the province and the city and where we were and where we might go. And so that was where I really started. There's become this really kind of troubling, opinion or approach to history, where these people who have never had it difficult in their life, they would have no clue how tough life was, and they're really happy to judge everybody, and they're just so smug about how they, if they were living during the time of slavery or during the Egyptian time, there's no way they would do that. They would be just better than everybody else, and it's just so laughable, And so but these people actually are running our society. So, try to bring some context and try to get people to understand this concept of presentism, judging the past by the values of the present. And, so it really was good. And so then I used to get teachers contacting me and said, I'm using your videos in my class. I said, really? Oh, that's wonderful, but they said, do you have a bibliography? Do you have any, reference readings? And I said, no, actually, I've never thought about that. And so, and then I had a teacher say, really, you should, go and talk to the BCTF and the union group and see if they would endorse your videos. I said, well, I'd be happy to do that. I got involved with them. I made some speeches at some conferences, and so I found there was a lot of great hunger for history, for knowledge and insights, and so I've been thrilled to be able to make some videos, and even started to create lesson plans, and maybe even just provide ideas of other further readings and research. And so I think it's great to really have young people understand where we come from. Right now, I've done a lot of local BC stuff. I do want to really cover the life of Indigenous people in the past, especially on the coast, you know. And there's a lot of really not very good knowledge about that, you know. So it would be good to make sure people understand how tough that life was, and how, you know, all of the issues that they had to deal with, and coming basically from a hunter-gatherer society and going into advanced hunter-gatherer society, it was very challenging, you know, for them, and that would be good to know.